Intelligence is deeply misunderstood by most people. Most people's idea of intelligence is limited to the concept of IQ. I think this idea is flawed because it makes people fundamentally misunderstand life itself and their relationship to it. And to be honest, to think that the source of intelligence just comes from the human brain is not only ignorant, but it borders on arrogance. Many great thinkers and artists gave credit to this higher power, such as Einstein and Da Vinci. Others have used this power unknowingly. Because this intelligence or power is in all things, even you. Here is how you can access it. But first, let me explain a few things. Every question has an answer, and every answer has a question. You know, like in Jeopardy! For those of you that don't know, Jeopardy! Is a game show where the host presents answers in the form of statements, to which contestants respond with the question as the answer. So in math, it would look like this. Question equals answer. Answer equals question. In spirituality, this is the concept of duality, or the complementary nature of opposites. Here is a list of dualities. Hot and cold, up and down, good and bad, happy and sad, male and female, spirituality and science, acceptance and denial, black and white. So what, you might ask? Well, the opposites are not separate, but interconnected as a whole, like two sides of a coin. That also goes for you and the universe as well. You equals universe. Universe equals you. This means that if you are the universe, and you are, then you can get the answers from it and also know yourself as it. The universe wants to express itself through you. You just have to let it. The key is to let go of your resistance. But to do this, you need to come from a place of not knowing. What I mean by that is, you need to empty your cup, so to speak, and realize that you don't actually know. All knowledge, all ideas, and all creativity come from universal mind. You can also call this infinite intelligence. Now, let's go back and look at IQ for a moment. Here are some IQs of famous people you may know. Albert Einstein, estimated to be around 160 to 190. Leonardo da Vinci, estimated to have an IQ between 180 to 190. Stephen Hawking, reported to be around 160. Nikola Tesla, estimated to have an IQ between 160 to 310, though the accuracy of this score is heavily debated. Bobby Fischer, a chess grandmaster, reported to have an IQ around 187. Even if your IQ was said to be 300, it doesn't compare to infinite intelligence. Infinity has no limits. If we were to compare it with the game chess, universal mind knows all moves played or ever will be played. It even invented the idea of the game chess. The human mind doesn't stand a chance, not even a little. So life expressing itself through you works the same way as frequencies used to tune into radio stations, or how lightning is attracted. Lightning travels along the path of least resistance. When lightning forms, it seeks the path that offers the least resistance to the ground. Lightning strikes tend to follow the most conductive route available, which often results in hitting things like trees and tall objects like trees, buildings, or lightning rods on its way down to the ground. Kundalini awakenings also are similar to lightning, as they often arise due to the sudden intense energy rising from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, much like lightning moving through the body's energetic channels. Years ago, when I saw through the ego, also known as the false self, I realized that my thoughts are entangled with the universe. Many things that I would think about would happen in my real life. It was like I was able to bend reality. It was too unbelievable to think these events were mere coincidences. When I realized this, I knew that I had stumbled upon something big. I thought, if it's true that infinite intelligence works this way, then I have the answers at my fingertips. This could become my personal Google. This realization shattered the idea of people limiting their answers to something so simple like a Google search. The answers can come by any means. The universe will use any means to communicate with you. Sometimes it's just pure insight, but it can also be a book, a message on a t-shirt of someone walking by you, a friend, this video. You wanting to know something is the universe wanting to know it through you. You're a conduit for the universe to express itself and to know itself. I didn't know at the time, but before I learned that my mind and the universe's mind are connected and that my outer world was reflecting my thoughts. Years later, I learned that its mind is my mind and there's no difference. It's very powerful to ask a question from not knowing, because to even ask the question takes wisdom. But there's a paradox. You need wisdom to ask the question, but you get wisdom when you ask the question. One begets the other. Questioning equals wisdom. Wisdom equals questioning. It's also true for the following. Motivation leads to action. Action leads to motivation. Courage leads to action. Action leads to courage. I'm asking for you to become wise. Answers are given to those who ask. And here's a famous quote you may know. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. I ask questions like, why do humans suffer, and why am I not satisfied after achieving XYZ? From a state of not knowing because I really didn't know. Those who beat themselves up with constant addiction and drinking are in perpetual cycles of suffering. They may say that they know those things are bad for them, but haven't stopped to think with an empty mind on why. This is where the darkness is banished by the light. The light of awareness shines through. Suffering gives you the opportunity to ask the question. The universe will give you the answers and the clues that you follow, like a breadcrumb trail in a forest, to help you, who is lost, find the way. You get to the end of the trail, you realize that the one who put the breadcrumbs there in the first place was you this entire time.